All praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. This lesson is entitled Judgment, a Burnt Offering. And uh, I attempted to do a lesson on the highways and byways and kind of got booted out by security, but I thought I would just go ahead and do a do the lesson at my home, okay? Uh, so I'll get into it. All right. So Esau, Edom, and Amalek are being judged. Okay. Right now we see them over in the Middle East, uh, and the Lord has brought forth our righteousness as far as the prophecies are concerned. And right now, World War III is kicking in. All right. So I guess we could start there. Jeremiah 51, uh, verses 10. Okay. All right. It says, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. He's brought forth our righteousness through these prophecies. Okay. Um, if you can't see it now that the Bible is a true book, then pretty much you're pretty much headed toward destruction. All right. That's the real deal. Okay. Because it should be clear to most people. They may be able to say the Bible isn't a true book, but now the prophecies are actually manifesting themselves. Okay. All right. And I guess I can go to Ezekiel 12 and 22. All right. And it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. And we can see that now. Okay. The tokens, the prophecies are being fulfilled. I mean, we're headed toward World War III. Okay. Hamagagwan. All right. All right. For I am the Lord, verse 25 again. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power. So the Lord promised that he would eventually start fulfilling these prophecies. All right. Let me see. Go to second Esdras, I think it's 4:29. All right. Second Esdras 4:29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So what the Lord is saying here is that um, the kingdom, two kingdoms can't rule at the same time. Esau, Edom is ruling in wickedness. All right, so his kingdom has to be overthrown before the kingdom of heaven comes in. All right, all right. I was looking for another scripture. Um, Here it is. It's 37. I'll go down to 37. By measure has he measured the times, all right? And by number has he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So the Lord has his own timetable, all right? We know to the Lord, one day is 1,000 years. So, um, he's very patient, okay, with the children of Israel, all right? Okay. So the tokens are being brought forth. We had all the flooding in Atlanta, flooding in Vermont, Maine. We done had the severe earthquakes. We had the wildfires. We had a whole Hawaii, Lahaina in Hawaii burned down to the ground. Okay, so all of these are tokens of the Most High, of His visitation, that He is visiting the earth. Okay, all right. We go to Wisdom of Solomon 1, and I think it's 1 and 9. Says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Okay, so the Lord is judging, okay, the wicked right now, and that's why all of these wars are starting to kick in, kingdom against kingdom. All right. So we go to Daniel 4 and 17. The Lord sets up the kingdoms. All right. And it reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And right now, Esau, Edom, and along with Amalek, the small hats, all right, the chief of their tribes, is ruling the whole planet Earth, all right, in wickedness. Okay, they occupy the lands of Israel, uh, Jerusalem, and they took down the northern kingdom over here, the Native Americans, and so basically they possess the land of America as well. Okay, so the Lord has a judgment for them, all right, for the atrocities and many atrocities that befell the Israelites in this land. All right, there's such a long list, we wouldn't even be able to list them. All right, okay, because it's by way of this testimony of the prophets that have been raised up during our time, all right, from amongst the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, is judgment going to be brought on the earth, okay, by us going out and prophesying. All right, this is the testimony. All right, and court is in session. All right, the two parties being the nations of Judah and Israel versus the nations of Edom and Amalek. All right. So with that being said, the accused rulership of the descendants of Esau, Edom, and Amalek are charged with the theft of the nation of Judah and Israel. Okay. And we go to Joel 3 and 6. All right. So did they steal? Does the Bible tell us? Did they steal the children of Israel, Judah, and Israel? Okay, let's see. Joel 3 and 6. Joel 3 and verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Okay, so as you can see, the Grecians today would be the actual Edomites. Okay, we know that the Greeks ruled before them, but both of them were Edomites. They were so-called white people. All right, beginning with Alexander the Great on down, they was so-called white people. All right, and the Romans were the Greco-Romans were Edomites. We know that just by just reading Matthew chapter 2, that Herod, King Herod, was an Edomite. Okay, his father, I forgot his name. It slips my mind now. All right, come to me. Uh, but his father was an Edomite, so he was an Edomite. He was a so-called white man. See, they was just they pretty much set in place an Edomite king over the tribe of Judah, the southern kingdom. All right, if you can understand that. All right. So we proved that, and we'll also go to Amos 1:6, that they did steal the Judah and Israel. All right. In other words, they came to the west coast of Africa and took the the children of Israel, the tribe of Judah, from the west coast of Africa. They also um, put them into slavery in Spain, England, around England, uh, Guinea, all those places, Dominican Republic, in the sugar plantations and such, and the British, the Dutch, all of the Edomites were able to benefit from it. Of course, the Portuguese, all right, the people of Portugal, the so-called white man, pretty much enslaved us all over the earth. Okay, right. Amos 1:6. So the testimony is being given, and they are on trial before the Lord brought the judgment. So uh, obviously, the men of the Lord are on the highways and hedges giving this testimony. Okay, and that's the reason why all of this is happening. Okay, okay. The all the prophecies are starting to unfold. Okay, what I mean. Okay, Amos 1:6. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom." And that was the so-called Negroes, the Africans, who gave us up to the nation of Edom. So we have documented proof that Edom took us, all right? So-called white man took the tribe of Judah into their possession, okay? Verse 11, Amos 1:11, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." And we know that through the atrocities, okay? All right. The George Floyd incident, the knee on the neck, all the way back to 4,000, over a monument in Alabama with 4,000 lynching, a lynching museum. And I think it's in Alabama, Georgia. Yeah, I think it is in one of those locations where they have a monument where it has over 4,000 people that were lynched in this land. Okay, all right. So they're guilty. All right. So we prove that. All right, from the scriptures. All right. They also took the lands of the Israelites. Okay, over here in America. All right, Micah 2 verses 1 and 3, and that's well documented. We know that. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. because they're in rulership. All right. Okay. And they covet fields and take them by violence. Oh, this nation right here has a lot of oil. Let's see how we can get that oil from them. Okay. In houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. But this is the judgment that the Lord reads. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, against this family. So he's pointing out a nation of people. Okay. So is the Lord being racist? No. He's basically pointing out the people, the nation, and he's judging them as a nation for what they have done to his people, his chosen seed. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. Because when you think about it, if you knew in biblical prophecy that you were going to be destroyed over in the Middle East, your army, everything was going to be destroyed. Uh, would you go over there to fight a war? No, you would not. Okay, so that is the pride of Esau Edom. That's their pride. Okay, they have a lot of pride to do this what they're doing now, but it also proves that we have no free will. All right, that it's the Lord who controls us. All right, let's see where I can find that at. Yeah, Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. And then when we go to Proverbs 21 and 1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord has commanded the angels to tell them that they can defeat Russia, China, whatever. I don't, he's whispering in their ear and they're mounting up for war. Okay. A war that is prophesied that they cannot win. Okay. All right. So back to Micah, go back to Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his houses, even a man in his heritage. So this is pointing out Edom. They've been doing this whole time, man. I mean, it's such a long list of atrocities that they have committed against people. Okay, Saddam Hussein. All right, they use their media and the media witchcraft to convince the people that it's okay because they called him a terrorist to bomb his country. Okay, shock and awe, and killed. I think it was like at least 1 million people. Okay, all right. So, and it was all based upon a lie. Okay, it's based upon a lie of weapons of mass destruction. Okay, so this is who the Lord is talking about, and the testimony is going out throughout the whole earth through the prophets, the men of the Lord, to for the Lord to pronounce judgment against them. Okay, all right, all right. They stole the land of Israel, all right, and America. All right, Luke 21 and 24. All right. It says, and they shall fall by the edges of sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. that time is fast approaching. And yes, they're going to be judged for what they did to the the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. This right here is the southern kingdom when they took down Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay, and they put stakes in the ground, and they laid a trench all the way around Jerusalem so they couldn't get out, and they starved the people out, and then they broke through the walls and slaughtered the people. Okay, all right. So, and the ones who didn't flee to Africa and to the subsequent areas, okay, Egypt or what have you, surrounding areas, they were put to death and put into uh, gladiator games. All right, you seen the movie Gladiators? They put them in the gladiator games with the lions or what have you. All right, and the rest were enslaved. They were slaves. Okay, that were taken away by the Romans at that time. So judgment is going to be coming for them. All right. Okay, we was in slavery with the Greeks as well. I mean, we gave tribute to the Greeks, and they had Antiochus was a hell was a demon. Okay, he did a lot of atrocious acts. You need to read the book of Maccabees, and it'll tell you the atrocious acts he prevented the children of Israel from being able to keep the laws. Okay, all right. So, and that's coming. Okay, here again. All right, because they're coming in with their new world order, and that's part of their transition, and they want to come forth with these draconian laws. All right, to pretty much prevent you from having free speech. That's coming. All right, all right. So they took the lands, okay, of Jerusalem. Okay, when they left in 70 A.D., they didn't come back. The children of Israel and Judah, they didn't come back. All right, Ezekiel 30, it's a few down there, but what we're saying is a whole, the people, the nation left. And that's why there's so much uh, atrocities there now. They keep going to war with different Arab nations, all right, over there. Iran, uh, and right now you know, Hamas, Hezbollah, and so forth. All right. That's why it's kicking off, because they ain't supposed to be there. All right. Ezekiel 36, 1 and 5 proves that they took the land. Okay. So the testimony is right here in the Bible. When we go out and we pronounce this testimony that they took the land of Israel. Okay. So let's read about it. Ezekiel 36, 1 through 5. Ezekiel 36, 1 through 5. And it reads, also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the power, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side. Okay, it swallowed us up on every side in 70 AD. All right, then they took us down in the 1300s when we was ruling over there in Europe. Okay, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. We became their possession, right? They owned us, right? To this day. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers and are an infamy of the people, called nigger, spicks, what's the other one? Wetbacks. Okay. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate waste, and to the cities that are forsaken. See, because we're not there. Okay. Forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Surely in the fire of my jealousy, and this is one of the points. This is a big point here. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. And Idumea was the name of Edom when they were the Greeks. Okay. All right. That was the name of Edom. So he's talking directly to the Edomites. All right. So there's no way out of it. All right. Which have appointed my land in their possession. Okay. The land of Israel with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. So you have in the scriptures testimony, all right, against them. And we are to go out and give this testimony on the highways and hedges and teach this. Okay. So the Lord will bring forth the judgment. Okay. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession. They took it. All right. They took the land of Israel, and they also took the land of America, right? Into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Okay. So that's what's going on. They took the land of Israel. They're there now, the Edomites. All right. And the chief uh of Edom, the Amalekites, which are the Israeli small hats, they rule the whole planet Earth. Okay. All right. So the judgment is going to go forth by way of the testimony of the prophets. Okay. And the Lord put allowed them to take possession of us and to destroy us because our forefathers broke the commandments of the Lord. And mainly they turned to idol worship. So he gave them over into the hand of their enemies. All right. Right. And Esau, Edom, pretty much is the sword of the Lord. They're the sword of the Lord. They were granted the gift of the sword, all right, by their forefather, by their father Isaac. Okay. That was the blessing given to Esau, is a sword to be able to go forth and conquer, all right, make fantastic weapons and so forth. All right. Let's go to Psalms 17 and 13, and it tells you that. Psalms 17 and 13. It says, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So another term for Esau Edom is the wicked. They are the wicked on the planet Earth. Okay. Okay. So, and let's keep reading. Uh, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men, which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. So they have an inheritance that they have through the slave labor of Israel. Okay. All right. So I just thought I would throw that in there. All right. Let's go to Revelation 6 and 4. This is describing Esau, all right, because he came out red. He came out red. They're not white people. They came out red like a hairy garment, all right? Okay, according to Genesis 25, and I'm not sure the verse, but it's in Genesis 25. Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him, this is Esau Edom, a great sword. All right. And I guess I'll go back just to reiterate the blessing of Esau. Okay. It's Genesis 27 and verses uh 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shall thou live. See, and they went forth and conquered. You know, after they came back into power uh, uh, in the 1300s, they came to America and conquered the Northern Kingdom. All right, and took America. All right, and reestablished the Roman Empire. Okay, all right, because we're in it. We're in Babylon the Great, the Roman Empire right now. Okay, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So when they took down Jacob in the 1300s, they broke the yoke off his neck, and they began the Renaissance period. They covered all the paintings of the Israelites that were dwelling, and they the Dark Ages. They did not mention what happened because they were not in rulership. Okay, the Negroes were in rulership. All right, over there in Europe. Okay, so the Dark Ages were when they weren't in power. Okay, okay, but they gained the dominion in the 1300s, and they began taking down their brother Jacob. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel that were ruling over there. Okay, they came out with an edict. This edict was convert to a Roman Christian or die. Okay, and if they even if they did convert, they still made them into slaves. All right, a lot of them. Yeah. But redemption shall come. Redemption is going to come by way of the testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right, because he comes in the volume of this whole Bible. All right, I think that's at Psalms 40:7, and it reads, "Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me." Okay, this whole Bible, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is in this book. All right, the King James version of the Holy Scriptures, the Apocrypha, all that. Okay, the prophets were given the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the testimony. All right, in this book. Okay, so by reading, prophesying this, the Most High manifests the prophecies in it. All right, and fulfills them. Okay, all right, because we are the children of the prophets. We've been raised back up during this day. Okay, Acts 3:25, and it reads, "Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed." So the Lord is raising up a remnant, just like he did in the days of Noah, in Noah's day, all right, to rule the earth in righteousness, okay? Because there will be only two progenitors of the earth, Esau and Jacob. And we'll go to Second Esdras 6 and verses 7, and it reads, "Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? When will the next age be, the rulership? All right, next empire. All right. Then answered I and said, when shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed?" Because our forefathers wanted to know when the kingdom of heaven was coming in. All right. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so Jacob will rule the earth with Yahushua, 144,000, King David uh, as well. That's how it's going to be. All right, and a great multitude of believers will also inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right, so that's how it's going to go down. All right, and it's through this testimony that we're given on the highways and hedges. All right, we have to prophesy against Edom. All right, I guess I'll go there. Ezekiel 35. That's a part of the job of a prophet, part of the job of the man of the Lord to prophesy against this wicked place. All right. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. So we are to prophesy against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is the ancient dwelling place that the Lord gave to Edom, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. That's their land. Okay. All right. And that's what the Most High means. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste. That's what's coming. That's what the judgment is going to be. All right. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And why is he going to do this? All right. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Spanish, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Says since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And the Lord has not carried out this judgment. And through the testimony of Yahweh Shah, this judgment will be carried out, and it's going to be carried out by World War III and in the Battle of Armageddon. All right, World War III. Okay, destruction by thermonuclear missile. All right. All right. So we go to Revelation 12 and 17, which tells you that this is the testimony is what's going to uh save us, the remnant. Okay. Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon is the Roman Empire. Okay, which lets you know it still exists today. The dragon was wroth with the woman being Israel. Okay, and went to make war with the remnants. Okay, so all people of Israel are not going to be saved out of here. It's just going to be the remnant that return back to the true understanding of the Most High and seek the Lord. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, the seed line, which keep the commandments of the Most High. And the point, have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Okay, the testimony. We're going out and we're prophesying on the highways and hedges, and this testimony is basically the we are the witnesses of the Lord, and He is granting the prophecies that He written down. He promised that He would destroy Esau, Edom, all these things. All right, and He's manifesting them in real time as we speak. All right, they're happening. I mean, right now, again, we're at the cups of World War III. All right, so it's that testimony. All right, okay. So Esau, Edom, they established their rulership the same as they did ancient Rome. Okay, they have the Senate, the different judicial systems. All right, okay, your Republicans and Democrats back in the ancient Rome. They had the petitions and Plebeians, I think that's how you say it. So it never changed. They just reestablished their rulership here in America. All right. Read about it a little bit. Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns of a lamb and spake as a dragon. Okay. So that's the um Democrats and Republicans. All right. And they tell you, like, they speak like they're promoting something that is for your well good, but then they turn around and they have a whole nother agenda. Okay. So uh they're not really um for the people. All right. So they promote Satanism. They promote freedom of religion here, just like they did over in Babylon, in Rome. In Rome, they had many gods. Here, they got many gods. You can worship anything you want in America. All right. Psalms 96 and 5. We'll read that. Psalms 96 and 5. And let's read that. Psalms 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua made the heavens. Okay. You see that? Through their witchcraft, they own the media networks of the television. Okay. Amalek, the small hats, they own the media. Okay. Fox News, CBS, uh, uh, ABC, they own them all, right? So they're able to project in your mind how they want you to think. All right. All right. So you think about it, like I mentioned earlier, when they bombed Iraq, they lied to the people through the media. All right. And the people were like, yeah, they're terrorists. We have to go and bomb them. Right. So that's how they're able to sway the public through their witchcraft, through their sorcery of the media. All right. Okay. So this is also judgment against them. All right. They also condone all over the planet Earth LGBT. All right. And we know what that means. So, and they have the flags flying in every nation. All right. All right. We'll go ahead and read Leviticus 20 and 13. So they're in direct violation of the Most High. Leviticus 20 and 13. And it reads, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They should surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. So um, they're going against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Okay, which is Satanism. All right, it's rebellion, direct rebellion against the Lord. All right, the Heavenly Father. All right, so the verdict has been pronounced, and it's guilty. All right, they're guilty. All right, Edom and Amalek. All right, the chief tribe of Esau, Edom, the Israeli uh, small hats, along with the so-called white man. All right, and their descendants. They're guilty. All right, of destroying the house of Judah and Israel. Okay, and thus the Lord has pronounced judgment against them. All right. All right. That judgment being destruction by fire. Okay. It would be the second great death. Okay. All right. The first great death was the flood. Okay. We know that, right? So let's read about that in Genesis 6 and 8. So the second great death will be by fire. Okay. Genesis 6 and 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Says these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with the Most High. Verse 10, and Noah begot three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Verse 11, the earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Verse 12, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. So the Lord destroyed that ancient world, okay, by way of the flood, okay. Luke 17:26 through 30, and it reads, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Okay? And the Lord is saying this in 30. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. So when the Son of Man is revealed, that's when fire and brimstone is going to fall from heaven by way of these nuclear missiles. Okay? I read that again. Verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. See? So the Lord is going to destroy this place by fire. Okay. 2 Peter 3 and 3 through 7. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. But this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Okay, the flood. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, so you see that? So by the same word, uh, we read that again. But the heavens and the earth, verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, the word of the Most High, by Yahweh, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, not the flood this time, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay. All right. So destruction is coming for Esau, Edom. That is the verdict. The verdict is fire. Okay. Malachi 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. So the Lord is going to burn this place up with fire. Okay, that's going to be the judgment for what they have done to the children of Israel. Okay, all right. Nahum 3 verses 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. We're the prey. We don't depart. All right. The bloody city is Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots, the horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. That's World War III. And there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. All right. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, which is America, Babylon the Great, the mistress of witchcraft through their media, okay, in which, the TV set, uh, which is owned and controlled by them, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdom of thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Okay. So the Lord he's doing that right now. The other nations are angry with America. They're turning against America. They're pulling away from the dollar, and now they're pointing missiles at us. They want to destroy us. So the Lord accomplished that. Okay. We are a gazing stock. All right. Okay. Okay. So let me see, can I get a charger real quick? See, no, that's not gonna work. Power on my phone's running out, but I keep pressing on, try to get as much of this in as I can. All right, Jeremiah 25 and 33. So this is the judgment of the Lord. Jeremiah 25 and 33. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Okay, so when those missiles hit, it's just going to burn it, melt everything up. Okay, and it's going to burn up Esau, Edom. Okay, okay, and we are the ones that are giving this testimony, the children of the prophets. We'll go to Isaiah 43 and read that. It says, but now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am the Lord thy power, the Holy One of Israel, the Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather thee from the west. And that's what's going to happen. That's going to be salvation for Israel by way of the chariots that are going to come in, the angels. These so-called UFOs are going to save Israel. All right. We'll go to verse 10. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no power formed, neither shall there be after me. So we are the witness of the Lord. We are given the testimony. The northern and southern kingdom. We're given the testimony of against Esau, Edom, and their destruction. All right, because they're representative of Rome, and they're also the devil. All right, and Satan. All right, okay. They come in the stead of Satan. Guess I'll read this one here. My phone's about to go dead here. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and that's Esau and Edom. All right, they deceived the whole world with white Jesus. Okay, and judgment is being pronounced against them by the prophets of the Lord. Okay, all right. Let me read Zechariah 14:12. All right, because this is a part of the judgment. All right, that nuclear fire that's coming. All right. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their, all right. Okay, let me get my Bible real quick. I'll read that last one. Salakia. All right. My phone went out. So Zechariah 14:12. Let's read that real quick. All right, Zechariah 14:12. Bear with me. All right, and it reads, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay, so that's going to be that fervent heat that's going to hit the earth. Okay, by nuclear fire. This is going to be the judgment. Okay, this is going to be as the lesson is titled, judgment. See, what was that title again? uh, a burnt sacrifice, a burnt offering. Okay, this is going to be a burnt sacrifice of the Lord. Okay, for what all they have done. And let's go to we'll go to Numbers 35 and 33. Numbers 35 and 33. Okay. It says, so Ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the Lord requires uh, blood. Okay, if the blood has defiled the land, it can't be cleansed but by the one who shed it. So that's the reason why the Lord is going to destroy the descendants of Edom. All right, and the rest that survived this destruction is going into captivity. All right, they're going into captivity, and that's at Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey." Verse 17, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because they called thee an outcast." Okay, we're at the bottom. Okay, saying, "This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after." Okay, so that's going to be the judgment. It will be a burnt offering here. Okay, all right, to the Lord, a sacrifice. All right, a remnant. Only the remnant will make it out of here. Okay, all right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 10 and verses 20, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, only remnant, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, the 12 tribes, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return." Only a remnant. The The consumption, this is the point, that the consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord power, or Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. Okay, so he's going to make a consumption in the midst of the land. He's going to consume you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics that cleave onto this society, okay, onto Babylon. You haven't turned to the Lord. You're still, your strength is Esau, in his system, and so forth. You still worshiping you still celebrating their holidays and New Year's. You're still in the world, okay? So the Lord cannot save you. Okay. All right. So Ezekiel 22 and 18 tells us, I think it's 22 and 18, that the Lord is going to melt all those who don't return. All right. Ezekiel. So not only is he going to destroy the nation of Israel, Edom, the nation of the Edomites, he's going to destroy you wicked Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics that don't return. All right. Ezekiel, if I can find it here, Salaki. Ezekiel 22 and 18. "Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because ye are all become dross." I mean, in other words, your ancestors that were when they first took the covenant, they were keeping the commandments. They were doing the will of the Lord. All right. But now it says there it says, uh, "Therefore, thus said the Lord, because ye are all become dross." Okay. that's like a, if you take it comes dull. You have to shine up the silverware or whatever. Because it comes like dull looking. It's saying that we became like that. We have become like that. Okay, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore, I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem. We know we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. Uh, we're a people before a place. Okay, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there. Okay, you've been scattered everywhere, and melt you. Okay, he's going to leave you there and melt you. Okay, we know in Isaiah 13 and 15, I think that's what it is. It tells us that, all right, let me just read it. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, when those missiles come. And everyone that is joined unto them, unto who? Esau, Edom, all right? Their Babylonian ways or whatever, all right, shall fall by the sword, okay? So you have to separate yourself from Esau, Edom, all right? Okay, because they are slotted for destruction, all right? Isaiah 34 and verses, Isaiah 34 and verses 5, okay? We'll start at verses 1 and read down to 5. It says, come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people. And this is the judgment, the burnt offering, okay? The burnt offering of the Lord, sacrifice. Come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is there in the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain, he's telling you what's going to happen. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's that mushroom cloud from that nuclear explosion, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, this is the point, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse and judgment. So Esau, Edom is cursed to judgment, all right? And 2/3 of Israel is going to be amongst them, and they're going to be destroyed right here in Babylon the Great. They're going to be melted, okay, by nuclear fire in the second death, all right? All right, go to, guess we'll go ahead and read Zechariah 13 and 8, and it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is my power. Okay, so the Lord is going to take out two, two, two parts, 2/3 of Israel. Okay, are not going to make it. Okay, only 1/3 is going to make it, and they're going to be tried. Okay, by the Lord. Okay, in the great tribulation. that's coming. Okay. And read that again. And it shall come to pass, verse 8, that in all the land, said the Lord, two parts therein should be cut off. Okay. So you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics need to repent. Okay. All right. We know that a remnant is only going to be saved, just like in the days of Noah. Only 8 souls. This time he's gunning for 144,000 men, all right, and a multitude of women and children. Okay. Men, women, and children. All right. So you want to be amongst that number. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see here. All right. So Revelation, we'll go to Revelation 6 and 12. Okay. And it reads, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. That's the symbolic of when the missiles hit, it's going to block out the sun with all that smoke. All right. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, those missiles, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, that mushroom cloud, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And that's World War III. And the kings of the earth, and great men, and the rich men, and chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Okay. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So the Lord is going to bring forth the judgment against Esau, Edom. It's going to be a burnt sacrifice here in America, Babylon the Great, and subsequent lands where the children of Israel are. Okay. So I guess I end it here. You need to repent, turn back to the Lord before it's too late. All right. All right. Now let me see. I guess I end it here. All right. All praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.